Well, hi there. This may just be the quietest vacuum cleaner I have ever heard in my entire life. Let's check it out. Now, what we have here is a John Lewis Silent Technology 59 decibel HEPA filter cylinder vacuum cleaner. Now, I've been looking on the back to see if there's a model number for this, but there doesn't appear to be. There's the John Lewis postcode SW1E5NA, and I'm pretty sure that's not the model number. There's a serial number 855-65103, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, there's no actual model number. All it says on the rating sticker here is that the machine is 700 watts and it was made in China. As everything is these days. Damn shame. But the reason I got it is because my friend Richard saved up his housekeeping money. He wanted to treat himself, so he went to John Lewis and he bought this machine just because he wanted something new, fancied it. I don't think they're particularly expensive. I think it's probably about 79, 89 pounds, something like that. Now, I just need to point out that this is obviously not a review of this cleaner. We're just like doing an overview of it, really. I believe this one is still on the market, and I don't really do modern machines, sometimes, but not frequently. But this one really surprised me, and it surprised me with the fact that it is so quiet, just unbelievably quiet. And I do think it is the quietest cylinder vacuum cleaner I have ever heard in my entire life. And it's also quite feature rich as well. It has features on this machine that you wouldn't really expect to see now. It's quite stylish too. It's got this nice black and white look to it. It's got a big panel here. It's got minus and plus buttons, so plus and minus buttons, whatever. Cable rewind and a power switch here. And multi-level filters too. They really went over the top for the filters on this. So I suppose I should really switch it on, shouldn't I? So you can hear it going. And I'm going to do it with the power of my mind. Focus. Oh, you God. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I did it. Aren't I amazing? I have power over vacuum cleaners. No, I haven't. It's remote control. I was so silly. I know, I am silly. So yeah, that's cool, isn't it? It's got a remote control hose. Now this remote system is the same as Electrolux used to use, or rather very similar. The Lux system was induced power through the hose. This one is a much more rudimentary system, where it just uses a couple of batteries here in the handle end, and then you have three buttons. You have power, plus and minus, so you can control the machine from the hose handle, which is pretty cool. Now, I've just been talking to you through that section with the machine on full power, and there's absolutely no problem talking to you with it running. It is unbelievably quiet, and obviously that's what the 59 decibels marker means on the machine. I am genuinely impressed with how quiet this cleaner is. I mean, all right, it's a 700 watt motor, so it's not going to be as loud as the older machines with like 1400, 15, 2000 watt motors. It's just not going to be. It's much more refined from a motor point of view, but still, that is really quiet. If you think about some of the cheap bagless Chinese cyclonic machines you can buy these days, they're really loud, but this John Lewis is unbelievably quiet. Let's turn it on again. And you see you've got this nice panel here as well, and you can vary the power. So I turn it down, 3, 2, 1, like so, and you've got a nice little display of lights too. Let's go back up. very impressive. I genuinely am impressed by it. I like the machine shown here, and I like the hose. However, there are a couple of howevers. Let me just turn the machine off again. The hose itself is very short. That's it. I guess that's probably 1.5 meters. That is not very long at all. Look, you can see it there. It's really short. So that ain't great. It tends to be when you're vacuuming, the machine is like banging into your ankles. Not ideal. The other thing is, and Richard said this as well. Oh yeah, forgot to say, telescopic wands. Oh, nice. Always good. Quite light too. That's quite good. You don't want too much weight on your wrist. If you're doing above the floor cleaning, you don't want too much weight on your wrist, and those rods are really good. Richard did say to me, what lets it down massively is this floor tool. Now, the floor tool itself, it looks quite cool. I think it's a case of style over substance, actually. They've kind of tried to make it look really funky and really amazing. It just doesn't work very well. That's the problem with it. It's not great. It's not brilliant quality. It doesn't have a metal base to it. We've got a plastic base, as you can see here. And whilst it does have 6 wheels on it, you'd think, oh, brilliant, 6 wheels, nice. Unfortunately, of these 4 wheels on the plate here, on the base plate, this one is starting to gum up. This one still runs freely. These 2, where are they? Here and here. They are completely seized. They're totally seized up. And this machine is not very old. It's less than a year old, and it has had minimal use. That's still the original bag in there. There's nothing in it, so it's had minimal use. And already, look, those wheels, I can't turn them at all. They are just completely stuck. So whilst you're vacuuming, you're actually fighting those wheels. Now, many times it's great to have a strip here. You see, you've got a rubber strip on the floor tool, which stops things being pushed backwards, and it generally catches more. I'm not convinced, because that's pretty much that's quite a modern thing. In the old days, floor tools didn't have that. They had really good quality metal bases to them. This whole area would have been metal, and it would have had lots of suction channels, a nice big wide opening. And now they just stick these horrible rubber strips on, so you're fighting the strip on the carpet. Fine for hard floors, but on the carpet you've just put in extra effort in, and yeah, it's not great. So that really lets it down, the floor tool. Such a shame. And the other thing is, I don't think there's any built-in tools on it. Now, I certainly don't have any tools here. We can have a look inside whilst we're here. You'd think maybe there'd be some tools inside, but no, there's no sort of panel on the top. There's nothing in here. There's just the bag. It's a standard HEPA flow high filtration dust bag. Comes on this quite nice sort of carry cradle here, which sits back in the machine, obviously. You can see there's nothing. There's very little. I actually picked up some packaging yesterday, just like really thin strips of paper. So that's pretty much all there is in that bag. So it's had such little use. I would just like to point out this massive filter here. So this is the pre-motor filter. It's very very thick, and we've got multiple layers to it. So we've got a round one here. Oh no, it's not round. It's kind of just like pushed in, if you can see there. So hold it like that. Yeah, this is pushed in like so. Quite complicated actually to do. And then can you take this out? This is like my first look at this machine properly. I think you can take this inner bit out. Can you? Dear me, okay. I don't even know. See, this is the problem, isn't it? Because people, end users, are not going to do this. They're not going to be bothered to sort of say, oh, I can't get that out easily. I can kind of feel it moving, but I think you need a tool to actually take that out. So, yeah, end users, you can't see through it. I'm not going to do that. Then they're not going to bother. They're just going to leave it. So the machine will suffer from that, which is a shame. Why not just make it nice and easy? Make it easy to get to the filter. And it takes up such a massive amount of room in there too. There's not a great deal of space left for the dust bag. I think that's slight overkill, to be honest with you. Let's pop that back in. Have I put that in right? I don't know. Is that right? Oh yeah, there we go. And then around the back here we have another set of filters. Let's have a look. It's removed. So you remove this panel. There's a foam filter there. Now I'm going to guess this is for suppression of noise. Again, it's quite thick. It's a thick old filter, that is. So that's going to help with the noise. Then we have a pretty much bog standard HEPA filter here, and then another foam filter. So we've got multiple levels of foam, multiple levels of filters. So they really went over the top with the filters on it. And I can actually see, if you look down here, there's foam all around this section. But yeah, they really went to town on this. And it's, you know, the quality of it is actually quite good. From this bit of the whole cleaner, I'm genuinely quite impressed with it actually. And it's not very heavy either, so you could easily carry this around. But I do think it's the tools that let it down. So I think what we'll do, we'll go and get it set up in the lounge. We'll give it a run and we'll see what it's like to actually use it. Okay, so using the John Lewis super silent technology, no, not super silent, silent technology, 59 decibel HEPA filter, model number unknown. Let's see what it's like, shall we? So we've got the hose plugged in. I've got the tools here. So let's hit the power button and turn it on. There we go. I can actually talk to you whilst I'm using it. God, oh my, wow, it's really clamped down on the rug. Really, like, whoa, God, that is very, very powerful. But see, instantly, I can just tell that there's a massive problem with all the tools. Look, right, it's very hard to push. And look how much play is in the rods. Look at this, it's crazy. I can just like twist this around like anybody's business. Oh God, that's really hard work. Oh man. Right, just let me move you down a minute. Right, here we go. You can see it doing its thing. Oh, so cool. Wow. I'm going to turn the power down actually, guys. As you can see, let me move the machine. There, so hopefully you can see let me move around. Flying about. Let's turn the power down. Let's try 2. Right, let's try that. Okay. It's pretty much still just as hard, but oh no, the tool's terrible. And it's whistling now. And now the floor head just sort of jumps off the carpet. That's full power. And, oh, it's really powerful, but it's, oh my God, it's hurting my back. Let's try changing this floor tool for something else. I've got a classic 1980s Miele floor tool. So this came from Anti-Ada's machine. So yeah, it slides much nicer than this. It's just so awful. Richard was absolutely right. This floor tool is the Achilles heel. Look at the cat here. It managed to get up there. It's the Achilles heel of this cleaner. This is just not. It's not up to scratch really. Let's try this Miele head. Got a nice, good fit there. Let's try that. Let's turn it on. Let's see how we go. Yeah, I suppose it is. It's better, but it's now almost like there isn't enough airflow to really work particularly well. I'll try it on a different piece of carpet. Hang on a minute. Let's switch carpet. Let's try it on this rug in the hallway. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Okay, well, conclusions about this. Yeah, it's kind of a shame, really. The machine itself is really good. I really like this cleaner. It's so quiet and so, I don't know, so impressively quiet that it really is quite something. But what lets it down massively are the tools. These tools are utterly dreadful. This hose is far too short. This is all far too loose and wiggly. Even with the Miele tool on, it's not ideal. It doesn't do a particularly great job. But this is really this lets it down just massively. This floor tool is awful. If you could find the right floor tool for it, and to be honest with you, I did think that the Miele tool would be the best one to use. Maybe this early one is not ideal. Maybe a slightly later Miele tool would be better. Or perhaps even the turbo nozzle. That would be quite good. But yeah, the tools, it's just not, nah. And this is far too short as well. This actually hurts my back. I'm 6'2", and this is just too short for me. So yeah, I think in conclusion, we will state that it's a good vacuum cleaner, massively let down by its tools. A real shame. I think if maybe you, if your use case was that you were shorter than 6 foot and you had hard floors throughout your entire house with maybe some area rugs, then this would be perfect for you. This genuinely would be the perfect vacuum cleaner. Taller than 6 foot with mostly carpets? No, definitely not. So there we go, that's it. That's my conclusion on the John Lewis Silent Technology 59 decibel HEPA filter remote electronic cylinder vacuum cleaner. There we go. Try saying that after a few vodkas. You guys take care. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe as well. Let me know what you think about this cleaner, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm exhausted now. It's exhausting using this. Whew, take care. Bye.